For centuries, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ has stood as a pivotal moment in human history. This event, deeply rooted in the Christian faith, has been the subject of countless discussions, debates, and interpretations over the millennia. It is a story of faith, sacrifice, and resurrection. The narrative of Jesus' crucifixion is not just a tale of suffering, but also one of hope and redemption, inspiring millions around the world. The Gospel accounts describe dramatic events surrounding the crucifixion, including a period of darkness that enveloped the land. This darkness, which is said to have lasted for several hours, has intrigued scholars and theologians for centuries. Could this darkness have been a solar eclipse? The idea of a solar eclipse occurring at the moment of Jesus' death is a fascinating one, as it would provide a natural explanation for the sudden darkness. However, while a solar eclipse is impossible during a full moon, a lunar eclipse is not. The timing of the Passover, which is always during a full moon, makes a solar eclipse an unlikely candidate for the darkness described in the Gospels. Could this be what the Gospels are describing? The possibility of a lunar eclipse, where the Earth comes between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow on the moon, is a more plausible explanation. In recent years, discussions have resurfaced online about a NASA discovery that seemingly links astronomical events with the timeline of Jesus' crucifixion. This discovery has reignited interest in the celestial phenomena that might have occurred during that time. This has sparked curiosity and debate among believers and skeptics alike. The intersection of faith and science often leads to passionate discussions, as people seek to understand the mysteries of the past through the lens of modern knowledge. Can modern science truly unlock the secrets of the past and shed light on one of history's most significant events? The quest to understand the crucifixion's cosmic sign continues, as researchers delve into historical records, astronomical data, and theological texts. As we explore these ancient mysteries, we are reminded of the profound impact that the crucifixion of Jesus has had on human history. Whether through faith or science, the search for answers brings us closer to understanding the events that shaped our world. The story of the crucifixion is more than just a historical event. It is a testament to the enduring power of belief and the human spirit's quest for truth. As we continue to investigate and debate, we honor the legacy of a moment that has transcended time and continues to inspire. The cosmic sign, whether a solar or lunar eclipse, remains a symbol of the profound mysteries that lie at the intersection of history, faith, and science. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and seek deeper understanding in the stories that define our existence. In the end, the search for a cosmic sign is not just about finding a scientific explanation, but about connecting with the deeper meanings and truths that have shaped human civilization for centuries. As we gaze at the stars and ponder the past, we are reminded of our place in the universe and the timeless quest for knowledge and understanding. The crucifixion of Jesus Christ, with its cosmic sign, continues to be a beacon of faith, a subject of scholarly pursuit, and a symbol of the eternal human journey towards enlightenment and truth. The Bible tells us that Jesus' crucifixion occurred during the Jewish festival of Passover. Passover is celebrated in the spring, during a full moon. This detail is crucial because lunar eclipses, events where the Earth casts its shadow on the moon, can only happen during a full moon. The Gospels, specifically Matthew, Mark, and Luke, mention a period of darkness that fell upon the land during the crucifixion. This darkness has been interpreted by some as a miraculous sign, while others have sought a more natural explanation. Could this darkness have been a lunar eclipse, a celestial event that coincides with the Passover full moon? NASA, the agency known for its space exploration, also plays a vital role in understanding our own planet's history. Using sophisticated astronomical models, NASA scientists can trace back celestial events, like eclipses, with remarkable accuracy. These models take into account the movements of the Earth, Moon, and Sun over millennia, providing a window into the skies of the past. In the 1990s, NASA developed extremely accurate astronomical models that could calculate the dates and times of historical eclipses. These models, combined with historical records and biblical accounts, have allowed researchers to explore the possibility of a lunar eclipse coinciding with the crucifixion. Section 4. Darkness at Noon, the Gospels and the Eclipse. This section delves into the mysterious darkness that enveloped the land during the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, as described in the Gospels. The accounts of this event have fascinated scholars, theologians, and astronomers alike, prompting a deeper investigation into its possible causes and implications. The Gospel accounts provide intriguing clues about the darkness that occurred during the crucifixion. These ancient texts, revered and studied for centuries, offer a glimpse into a moment that has puzzled many. The descriptions of this darkness are not just mere mentions, but are detailed enough to suggest a significant and impactful event. Matthew 27:45 states, "From noon onward, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon." This passage is one of the most cited when discussing the crucifixion, and it paints a vivid picture of an extraordinary phenomenon. The idea of the sky darkening at midday is both dramatic and symbolic, capturing the gravity of the moment. This 3-hour period of darkness has led some scholars to believe that a natural phenomenon, like a lunar eclipse, could be a plausible explanation. Eclipses have been recorded throughout history and are known to cause temporary darkness. However, the duration and timing of this event, as described in the Gospels, make it a unique case that warrants further exploration. Mark 15:33 echoes this account, stating, "At noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon." The consistency between the Gospels of Matthew and Mark strengthens the argument that this was a significant event. The repetition of the time frame suggests that this darkness was widely observed and remembered by those who witnessed it. Luke 23:44-45 adds, "It was now about noon, and darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon, for the sun stopped shining." Luke's account provides an additional detail, indicating that the sun stopped shining. This phrase has been the subject of much debate, with some interpreting it as a literal astronomical event, and others as a metaphorical expression of the gravity of the crucifixion. These verses, while open to interpretation, provide a framework for investigating the possibility of a lunar eclipse. Scholars and scientists have examined historical records, astronomical data, and ancient texts to piece together a plausible explanation. The intersection of faith and science in this investigation highlights the enduring mystery and significance of the crucifixion event. Whether viewed through a religious or scientific lens, the darkness at noon remains a powerful symbol of the momentous occasion. Section 5, Humphreys and Waddington, Deciphering the Celestial Code. Biblical scholars and astronomers have delved into the historical and scientific evidence surrounding the crucifixion. Two prominent figures in this field are Colin Humphreys and W. Graeme Waddington, both renowned for their work in chronobiology and astronomy. They have meticulously analyzed the biblical accounts, historical records, and astronomical data to determine the likelihood of a lunar eclipse on the day of the crucifixion. Humphreys, in his book The Mystery of the Last Supper, argues that Jesus died on Friday, April 3, 33 AD. He bases his conclusion on a combination of astronomical calculations and his interpretation of the biblical texts. Waddington, supporting Humphreys' findings, has conducted extensive research on lunar visibility and its correlation with ancient calendars. Section 6, A Scholarly Debate, History, Astronomy, and Faith Collide. This section delves into the intricate and often contentious intersection of history, astronomy, and faith, where scholars from various disciplines come together to discuss and debate the implications of celestial events on historical and religious narratives. The possibility of a lunar eclipse coinciding with the crucifixion has sparked intense debate within the historical and scholarly community. This debate is not just about the alignment of celestial bodies, but also about the interpretation of ancient texts and the blending of scientific and theological perspectives. Some argue that the biblical accounts are primarily theological in nature and should not be interpreted literally. They believe that the descriptions of darkness during the crucifixion are symbolic, representing a deeper spiritual truth rather than a physical event. Others maintain that the Gospels, while containing spiritual truths, are also grounded in historical events. They argue that the accounts of darkness could be based on an actual astronomical event, such as a lunar eclipse, that was witnessed by people at the time. The debate centers around the interpretation of the biblical texts, the accuracy of historical records, and the limitations of scientific models. Scholars meticulously examine ancient manuscripts, cross-referencing historical records with astronomical data to piece together a coherent narrative. Some scholars argue that a lunar eclipse, while a rare and dramatic event, would not have been unusual enough to warrant the attention given to the darkness in the Gospels. They suggest that the darkness described might have been a literary device used to emphasize the significance of the crucifixion. Others contend that the language used by the Gospel writers suggests a supernatural occurrence beyond a mere eclipse. They point to the specific wording and context within the Gospels, arguing that the darkness was meant to convey a divine intervention, a moment where the natural world responded to a pivotal event in human history. The intersection of astronomy and faith is further complicated by the tools and knowledge available to ancient civilizations. Ancient astronomers had a profound understanding of the stars and planets, often intertwining their observations with their cultural and religious beliefs. Modern astronomers, equipped with advanced technology, continue to explore these ancient events, using simulations and models to understand how celestial phenomena might have been perceived in the past. Their findings often add new layers to the ongoing debate, challenging or supporting historical interpretations. This scholarly debate is a testament to the interdisciplinary nature of understanding our past. Historians, theologians, and scientists must collaborate, each bringing their expertise to the table, to unravel the mysteries of events that have shaped human history and belief systems. Throughout history, celestial events have played a significant role in religious rituals and beliefs. Temples and monuments were often aligned with astronomical events, reflecting the deep connection between the heavens and human spirituality. As scholars continue to study these ancient texts and celestial events, they contribute to a richer understanding of how our ancestors viewed the world and their place within it. The ongoing dialogue between history, astronomy, and faith not only sheds light on the past, but also enriches our present